This is the plaintiff, Katrina Clayton. She says she bought a car from the defendants who obviously unloaded a lemon on her, and she wants her money back. They know they ripped her off, and she can't believe they'd do something like that to an unsuspecting woman. And she's suing for the return of her $3,300. These are the defendants, Vincent Fittabelli and his father, Mark Crozier. Mark says the woman came by to see the car and he told her what it needed in repairs, and she still decided to buy it. An hour later, she comes back with a laundry list from her mechanic with things wrong with the car. If you ask him, it sounds like she's being ripped off by this guy because a lot of what was listed were things he already fixed. Bottom line, a sale is a sale. They're accused of knowingly selling a piece of junk.
Okay, Katrina Clayton?
Yes.
You are suing Vincent Fittabelli and Mark Crozier for $3,300 that you want returned to you for a car that you bought from them, which you say is a lemon. Tell me what happened.
I was looking for a car because the one I have was giving me problems. So I went on Craigslist where he had posted an ad.
On the internet.
On the internet.
Right.
And he said that the car was all of this and that. His son was going to college.
What's
and
the all this and that part? That's
car,
sort of important.
It was so, the car didn't have nothing wrong with it.
Do you have the ad?
No, because when I went to go get the ad off, the same day I bought it, he deleted the ad. Okay. So when I got out there, yes, he told me the car overheats. He told me the car needs a water pump. That's not a problem because my sister baby father, he's a mechanic. He did my last car.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so come to find out, it wasn't a water pump. Took it to Firestone in Deer Park. Had it towed there.
Okay, hold on. How much did you buy the car for?
$3,300.
And when did you buy the car?
I bought the car on 2/19.
Okay. And do you have any paperwork from the sale of the car?
Yeah.
All right, so what happens? You drive off and you drive it to...
I had the car towed actually to the Deer Park Firestone. He told me, because he told me it was only the water pump, which the water pump is, it's not major because I had to...
So the car wasn't even drivable when you bought it?
Yeah, the car was drivable, but it overheats and I live a distance from there.
Okay, so
if I lived out there, then I couldn't have drove it, but I don't live out there, so I had to get it towed.
Okay.
So it was not the water pump. I had the man do the thermostat, the fan belt and everything, and the car still would run hot. So I come to him, he tell me, oh, I said, can I get a refund for the car because the car is no good, I have it towed back out to you. Oh, it's not my call, it's my son's call. All right, when I bought the car, me and his son never spoke on the phone. He signed the title, he signed everything, he did everything. Now he tells me I have to wait to speak to his son. Every time I call him, my son works in the fast food business and he's hard to get in touch with. Call me when I get out of church, and so I kept calling him. So then his son finally calls me. He says, oh, I don't have the money to give you. I don't want the car no more. It's your problem and this and that. I'm not going to register a car that's overheating, so therefore it can stay in his name.
Okay. Now, at the time that you bought the car, what you say in your complaint is, I agreed to purchase the car so long as it was not an as-is sale.
Yes.
Why did you say that?
Because I know how people live with cars.
So what does that exactly mean? I'll buy the car if it's not an as-is sale.
It means that if it's not as is, if I find anything else wrong with the car, more than what you say, I should be able to get a full refund.
Okay. And did you get that in writing?
No, he didn't give me that in writing.
Okay. What's going on? What's your version of this?
You know, we put the car up for sale. She responded to the ad. I have a copy of the ad here where we indicated that the car was not perfect. I highlighted the excerpt so you could take a look at that.
Okay.
You know, we're not trying to hurt anybody here. We knew the car wasn't perfect. He chose not to make repairs because he was going back to school and decided to sell the car, get a less expensive vehicle. You know, when she came to look at the car, I said it has a couple of problems. It had a cracked windshield. 2001
Dodge Intrepid?
Yes.
Okay.
It had 46,000 miles on it. My father was the previous owner. Before that, we believe it had one owner. At that point, he decided not...
This advertisement says, if you want to bring your mechanic with you to confirm the car is in good order, sold as is, where is, only needs windshield cam sensor, thermostat change, still runs hot. After a while, mechanic believes water pump.
Yeah.
No, he did not place that on the computer.
Can you show me what he did?
No, because he deleted it.
Okay, let me count the ways. A 2001 car, $3,300. The ad says the car's not perfect. The car's a mess. Is she out of luck?
Yes, she is.
Why?
Because it was stipulated in the memo or the letter.
And what else?
No way. I don't think that she should pay anything. It's like going
No,
to...
she's the one. She wants the money back.
I don't think...
Oh, you want to give her the money back?
No. I want to give her the money back. I want everything back for her. That's like going to a store and the salesperson shoving in a bunch of clothes instead of the one thing that you asked for.
Okay.
The dealer made it clear that it wasn't a great car, and she still bought it anyway.
It's not even a dealer. It's a private sale, for crying out loud. Going inside the courtroom.
When she came to look at the car, they told her everything that was wrong with it. She brought, if you ask her, she had brought somebody with her who said he knows cars, wasn't a mechanic, she said after the fact, but I checked it out, agreed, told her, discussed the water pump and what it needed. That seemed to be the major repair. And
Well, you don't, I mean, in fairness, you don't print that out as a very major repair. You're like, it's a water pump, $99 at AutoZone.
Well, that's
obviously because you want to sell the car, but you do say sold as is, where is.
the mechanic indicated that. I also have, if you'd like to review the a bill from a previous repair when we had the car checked for running hot. And we told her this up front because we realized she was coming from a distance in Wyandanch. Said, this lady's going to drive off with the car. If the thing overheats on her, we're not trying to be dishonest with anybody. Hey, the cars may run hot occasionally. If you're driving down Sunrise Highway, this thing might get warm on you. So we discussed that with her, so she knew. She chose to drove it off.
She drove it off or she towed it?
She drove it off. And then she came back an hour later saying, I changed my mind. The car stalled on me around the corner. I had the mechanic check it around the block, and she wants her money back. I said, I can't give you the money back. The sale was done. I said, even if I could, that's my son's call. It's his car. I said, she didn't see me when I went in to get to the title that I called him and I said, look, I sold the car to her for $3,700. Is that okay? He said, yes, do the deal. Okay. So we did it. She left. I jump in the shower. I get ready for work. An hour later, she's back at my door saying that the car stalled. I said, well, the car hasn't been running. He drove it to my house the night before. It's sad. It could stall. I said, it may need a tune-up, in addition to the other items. So she said, she just wants her money back, or she's going to leave the car in my driveway, lock it up, and take her plate off and go. I said, well, if you do that, I got to call the cops. You can't leave a car that I don't have keys for that you own in the car. So I said, look, I'll call my son, see if he wants to do anything for you. I call him up. He says, look, the deal's done. I already took the insurance off the car, prepared to turn in the plates. The car is no longer registered in our name. Immediately, we had taken it. As soon as she threatened to bring it back into the car, we turned in plates the next day. Anyway, so while I was talking to my son on the phone, I said, she's here, she wants the money back, I'm getting ready to leave for work, what do you want to do? So I said, look, if I make a suggestion, I have the cell phone, I'm standing between the two of them, I said, you want to give her another couple $100 for, towards repairs in good faith. I got to get to work, I got to get out of here. He didn't really want to do it, but he said, okay, it's your call, Dad.
How much did you give her?
So we gave her another $400.
Is that true?
Yes, he did.
Okay,
And then
so how do you figure that this case isn't settled already?
Because it's not because
Because they don't even have to give you the 400.
No, he didn't have to give me.
Listen up. Every private party sale is an as-is sale, period. That's the law.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to claim that it wasn't, then you have to prove it wasn't with a bill of sale that has a warranty. You don't have that. He has the advertisement, you don't. The advertisement says as is, but more importantly, you can't prove it isn't because it starts off as an as is sale where he doesn't have to give you 400 back, he doesn't have to give you anything back. But because you're standing there, you're upset, you're yelling, and they want to try to end it, that is what we call a settlement in the eyes of the law. You get out of their hair, and they give you 400 to get out of their hair, and it's over. You don't then come later and sue. You should, anybody else in their shoes wouldn't have given you the 400.
He told me it was just the water pump. Come to find out,
he told you it was an as-is sale.
No, he did not tell me as is.
No, you go even farther. What you say is, I agreed to purchase a car for $33,000 as long as it was not an as-is sale. Do you think I really think that conversation took place? Do you think I really? Well, so long as it's not an as-is sale, I'll pay you $3,300.
May I show you this? This is where we adjusted the price from $3,700 to $33,000, and she signed indicating that she understands that the repairs were in order and that the sale is as is, and it was further reduced from $37,000.
What have you got? She handed me something that says car overheats, Ken stalled, reduced from $37,000 to $33,000.
Oh, okay, I didn't know
and
she
then it
handed
has her
that.
signature on it.
Yes,
What have you got? Let me see that.
That's the same document.
No, it's not. This has something different.
Because he never gave me an original copy.
Sold as is, where is, without recourse. Buyer understands car overheats, car stalls, reduced from $3,700. Oh, she whited it out.
No, I didn't white it out.
Oh,
That's
yes,
what he
you did,
gave
honey.
me.
I'm looking at it right
He
here.
gave
She
me
whited
that.
it out.
Wow.
She whited out this. Get out of my
Don't tell me
courtroom.
I
Verdict
didn't.
for the defendant. Unbelievable. She whited it out, not even well. It's still right there.
Wait a minute, don't go yet. This is your chance right here.
I do not want to talk about it because she is full of And I don't want to talk about
Who,
it.
the defendant?
Yes, whatever. I don't want to talk.
All right, so let's leave it up to you here to put the wraps on this. Give me a nice little ribbon and bow on this case.
Well, you know, I mean, it was just a quick sale of the car. I mean, we weren't trying to hurt anybody. We were forthcoming with what the car needed, and I guess she rethought about what it needed afterwards after she got home and had somebody else, other mechanic, take a look at the car.
All right, well, you knew she didn't have a mechanic look at it, so you probably know what the law is. What would you recommend for somebody on her side buying a car in her position?
Well, the reason why I put in the ad, bring a mechanic, is because you should have somebody check the car. And she had somebody with her that indicated they were there to look at the vehicle and that they knew cars.
Well, you knew it was an as-is sale, right? You knew once you signed off on it, it was done.
Well, there's no question, you know. I mean, I made it clear.
Nice job. Harvey?
Okay, even if the ad didn't say as is, if it's a private sale, it is always as is unless there's some stipulation in the deal giving some kind of a warranty.